In this video, I'll show you step by step how to sew your pointe shoes. One of the shoes have already been done for you. So here we have the gainers, and these are elastic bands. And then this is the stabilizer. And gainers, they have a string that you pull on and it gets tighter here. So you don't want to sew that by mistake, or else you won't be able to pull. So I'm going to show you how to sew them nice and pretty. There's the outside. There's the inside. So with the stretch ribbon, I folded it a couple times, 1, 2, 3 times to get that folded edge there. On this ribbon, I just left it with a raw edge. As you see here, I start both my stretch ribbon just about where the first seam begins on both sides. And then from there, I put one finger in the middle and I put the other ribbon inside. I have extra padding. This one has a sweet tip. Before you start, you want to get your pieces ready and sized out in advance, and grab something that you can use to push the needle through. This is a coaster, and I've used it to push the needle through because the needle is very tough. Here's a seam ripper to cut the string. The lengths will vary for each dancer. For mine, I have them set at 16 inches, 2 at 16 inches, and then the one that goes across is 7 inches. Now, these here are going to get folded a couple times before, so those are the measurements I use. So let's begin. The first thing to do here is put the needle through the eye of the needle. I don't expect anyone to get that on the first shot. That takes a lot of time. So pull out a good amount of thread. I would say you don't want to work with too much length because it'll get stuck when you're trying to go back and forth. So I'm about at 14 inches here. And that should be good enough. Then you want to tie this into a knot, which is a secret I learned in design school. You wrap it around your finger like so, and then you twist it and twist it and twist it. And then you take your other finger and you pull the knot. Did you get that? So there's your knot. And then you're here. I'm going to take this, make sure the right side's working, and I'm going to fold it twice, like so. Now, I'm going to start by putting the needle on the inside here, starting here outside the project, because that knot at the end, you don't want it popping out anywhere. You don't want to see it on the outside of your shoe. You don't want to see it, you don't want to feel it on the inside of your shoe. So you get that one started, and then you get to your location, start where the first seam is here, and now I want it to go like this. We're going to go around this. Okay, so you want to get as close to the bottom of the fold on the outside of the shoe. All right, so this is the hard part, and this is why I have this here. I'm going to try this side. It's like corkboard on one side, and it pushes it through. See that? I'll continue to push it with the corkboard all the way because it's really tight. It's very tight there to get it through. And when I get to the top here, I'm just gonna go, kind of want it to catch these pieces here, the fold, that thickness, so that you're not gonna lose your ribbon. It's for longevity. If you go through like that. All right, so I've got my first one in from the outside, and now you just keep doing that same thing on the inside to the outside. Having something really hard and soft. This side, this is perfect, is all I have to say, because it catches the needle into the cork, and then it's not gonna wobble, because if I put on this side, the needle is gonna like slide, you know? So I use the cork side and it pushes right through. And then we'll pull the string through. It's very hard to grip it to pull through. Also on the back of the dental floss, I don't know if all of them have it. If you use dental floss as your thread, there's a little hole in the back of the plastic box that you can line it up to the needle and use the box with the hole in the, it's like a little circle spot, and you push it through. You can use the box also the dental floss box. This works pretty well. Another thing you can use is pliers to pull it out on this side. So if I had the pliers, I would just put the pliers here, and it would come out so much easier. Okay. There we go. I'm at the end of this first ribbon, and I don't want the knot. I need the knot to hide. I don't want the knot to be on this side, because then I'll feel it in my shoe. I don't want the knot on the outside because it doesn't look pretty. So what I'm gonna do is you go inside that where you folded it many times, so we can come through. I don't know if you could see that. Or we can get it underneath. We can get it to be, we can get the knot behind the fold here. See that? So we'll go behind the fold. That's what we'll do. We have a fold here, so the knot's gonna go behind the fold. So it'll be hidden, it'll be in the back. You want to create a, okay, I went through to the back one time. See, now I'm going to bring it back to the front so that we're going to get like something to tie a knot to when you bring it back to the back. So we're going to bring it to the front here, like this. Now I'm going to go back to the back, like I guess just like do a circle. Now to make a knot in the back, you're gonna go through that bridge that you made from making a circle. You're gonna go through that bridge. Whoops. And then you don't pull it all the way through. You're gonna have your needle, and now the needle is gonna go through this hole 2 times. You're gonna go 1, I don't know if you can see this. This is a hole 1. I'll do this like one more time for the, wait, don't close it yet. I'm gonna go twice. I'm gonna go 2, like that. And then you're gonna pull it, 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 and there's your knot. Now you wanna be extra secure about that. You can go ahead and make another. So let's make another bridge. Just I really don't like when my threads get loose and then your ribbons just start falling out. So I made a bridge. This is in the back of the ribbon. There's a bridge, and I'm going to go through that, go under the bridge, and before you go all the way through, I'm getting short on thread here. You want to go through the hole twice. There's one. I don't know if I have enough length here. And two. And then pull, 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 and then you have a knot. So that's double knotted, and it's underneath the ribbon, so you're not gonna feel it in your shoe. And then you can just cut. And that's your first ribbon. So it comes out looking like this. Since I'm on camera, I'm not as clean as it would be if I was paying more attention to the shoe. And then on the inside, the inside is a little bit more messy because no one can see the inside. So you have it like that, and then it's nice and secure. All right, let's do this again. We're going to thread the needle. Another tool they have out there is a needle threader, which would make this go so much faster. Did we get it? There we go. All right. What did I say last time? 15 inches. That worked out pretty good. When it's really long, you'll make knots on the way and it gets a little bit stuck. So cut the thread, and I'm going to show you how to make the knot again at the ends. This is a designer knot. You lick your fingers, then you wrap the two threads around like that. So again, wrap it around. You're gonna catch them both on the other side, and you're gonna just roll it up. Roll, 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 roll. Take your other finger, pull through it to get the hole. And there's your knot. And let's get this in the right direction. I'm gonna fold it once. I'm gonna fold it twice. And leave extra hanging over. Find that seam. Whoop, before we go in, we're gonna take our needle and you're gonna go on the inside here. Just get your first inside the fold so that your knot is hidden inside the fold. See? Because the knot is a little bit jumbo and sticks out. And now you hide it. See? Okay. I put it by the first seam. I don't know where other people might need to put theirs. And I make the fold close to the top so that I can catch it on the way. And I'll put my first needle through as such. if it's too long, you'll start getting knots and stuff. Uh-oh. There. Line everything up. So you're going to go through 3 pieces of ribbon on the way back, as close to the edge as possible. And there's your first stitch. And just keep going like that. You know, sometimes I've in the past have sewn my sewing shoe. I've sewn my shoes with the sewing machine because it was so tight and doing it by hand was so difficult. Where's the nail? The needle's coming out. Hopefully after seeing this video, you'll get inspired to sew your shoes using these tools and making it easier and picking up a little bit of tricks along the way. They're coming out so low. I don't want it so low. I'm at the end now. I'm going to make a bridge at the bottom under the fold, which is just going back and forth to make like a circle. You're going to take your needle and go under the bridge. before you pull it all the way through, you're going to go through the circle twice. 1, 2, and then pull. Pull it really tight. I'm going to make another bridge. Let's make a second knot to secure it. You go under the bridge and then bring the needle back through the circle twice. 1, 2, and pull the knots tight, 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 tight. Almost. It's really nice and tight. The inside looks like this. The knots are underneath the fold inside. Now when I get to this ribbon, the ankle stabilizer, I start sewing an inch up. And the reason I do that is because in the past I sewed too close, and then eventually it got loose, and then I lost my ribbon there, and it just rips through like. So I go in about an inch up, and I go 1 finger in between. I think on this one I did 3/4. I want them to be the same size, so here's 3/4. So I'll go there, and then 1 finger in between. So that's where it's going to be. There's no fancy trick to thread a needle, but they do have special tools that'll make it easier to thread the needle. At about 15 inches. Match the ends. Wet your fingers, hold it, pinch it, go in a circle, and then roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, and get your other finger and pull it through to make that knot. And start again. I can put the knot halfway, just to be safe. There. Start in a little bit, so the knot will get lost in the back. There. going to do my first stitch in the bottom. I'm going to do this like this. I'm going to go out to the edge here now, because now we're going to hide the knot will get hidden there. And this is at the bottom. Oh, oh my goodness, my finger was almost there. That's so scary. It's sticking out. Start getting tired. You start making all these mistakes. Okay, so that's the start. If you got like weird bubbles on the other side, before you move on, make sure to just go to both sides of your strings and pull on them, and that'll straighten it out. It's the last one. And I'm going to go to the bottom here. Behind the scenes, I'm going to go in a circle, so it's going to come back in here, and then go back down. Bridge. See the little bridge? You're going to go under the bridge. And before you pull the string, go through this circle twice. 1, 2, and then pull all the way to the end. There's your knot. We're going to do this again. Go further out. And come back. I don't want it to be bulky. We're going to go under that's the second bridge. pulling it through, go through the circle twice. 1, 2, and gently pull it to the end, make that knot. And a double knot there. I do 2 knots for security. Cut it off, and there. I need to get it. Well, that should be fine. So that's that one, and now working on this one on this side. 1 finger between. Got my needle ready. Inches. Here. Here I went 1/2 inch. Start here. Make sure you're going to sandwich in your knot. There's the knot, but it's going to be there, see? And then 1 finger here. First stitch in, I want to go. That's 1/2 inch, so that's where I'm lining it up. I can start at the bottom. Oh, now I've got this in the way. And this first stitch is really fussy. There we go. So on this last part, you need to pay attention to the direction of your threading, because you can end up going in the wrong direction and getting your thread twisted around. I don't know what's happening here, why it doesn't want to cooperate. Go through. That's so bizarre. All right, stay in the same direction going this way, because if you get mixed up, you're gonna end up getting your strings all tangled, and it'll be a disaster. See, you want to stay over here. If you go over here, and then you just stay in the same area, stay same side. I don't know what's wrong with this string right now. It's like it doesn't want to stay straight. Now you don't want to go and sew too close here in between. You don't want this so close, because as you're dancing and you're stretching, if it's too close, that's going to rip and have a hole, and then it's just going to start losing your ribbon. So you kind of want to have a little bit of space between each one, just about enough that it, just not so close, because this gets pulled so much that when they're really sewn close together, that's going to rip. It's going to be a hole. Just keep that in mind. So this is the last one. I'm going to go for the outside like this. And go under the bridge. And go through your circle. 1, 2, and pull gently, and then pull tight. There. Still don't feel so tight though, see? The first one's already set though, so that's just to secure it. Should be tighter. And then you just go in and cut the string. And that's it. So this is going to get tied, and then, I don't know, these come out. I don't know how to do these secure. Even if I cut here, if I cut, the knot just doesn't stay tight. Oh, that's one knot. So I guess when I go to do the double knot, it'll go, but it's not so tight. Then I take my toe pads. And that's it. I guess I'm gonna bring scissors to class tomorrow. After I put my shoes on, I'll double knot it and then cut it, I guess. I don't know what to do with these things. The shoe's really tight already. Even when I don't think I need the strings. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to take them out ever, and unless they fall out on their own like they did with my last pair. So there you have it. So now when I tie my shoes, I put my shoes on like this, and then these are flexi. I crisscross, go around and around. I tie my knot, and then I tuck it in. Okay, and that's it. I gotta break these in. These are made in Europe. So I have one pair made in USA, one pair made in Europe. This is my GAYNOR Mendens. These have the suede tops. Okay, have a good night, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll give you a close-up now. Let's see. How pretty. There's a little bit messy there. And then that one got messy there. Happy dancing. Mwah. And that's the video on how to sew your pointe shoes. My name is Deborah. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and you'll get more videos from our wonderful group of friends. Have a wonderful and happy dance week.